Hello, everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. As always, I'm very grateful for those who continue to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, if my message today was helpful to you, please don't forget to leave a comment below and allow me the opportunity to say thank you. So, today I want to talk to you about something that we hear so much about, yet so many of us still don't bring to light or manifest our desires. I want to help you learn how to dream big, to help you understand how impactful dreams can be. So let me start by giving you a brief story. There is a boy born of parents who were married. He experienced multiple traumatic situations as a child. He was physically abused, mentally and sexually abused, and there was very little hope for survival. He experienced multiple gang violence, and due to fear that his mother thought that one day he was going to join the same gangs that had tormented the neighborhood for years, she begged and borrowed and was able to send this boy to the United States to try and get an education. Amongst all this that was going on in this boy's life, he still had a dream. He knew he was going to be great. He knew that one day he would speak in front of millions of people and help them be inspired. He knew he would be a highly valuable person. He expected to be independently wealthy, but he had no idea when or how. His surroundings and upbringing said his dreams were too big. The boy made a mistake. He shared some of his vision of being a real estate mogul, a media mogul, to his family and his friends, and they called him crazy. The people he surrounded himself with as friends called him a dreamer. The consensus was out. Dreamers die poor. All the seeds planted in his life acted like weeds against his dream, but still he continued to dream. He refused for the outside world to tell him that his vision was false. He knew his time would come, he just didn't know when. To dream big requires no special skill, but to dream big requires a few steps that I'm going to share with you today. So as this boy got older, he experienced a lot of adversity. It was like every turn he made, he was faced with some form of adversity. Yet he persevered and stayed true to his dream. And one day, something miraculous happened. He understood that he had arrived at his predetermined destination. He had become someone that created the reality he wanted. And he didn't live in the reality of someone else's dream. He was living in the dream that he always had for himself. How to dream big is a step that so many of us wonder how the greats do it. I believe at this point, you know that this is a synopsis of my life I just shared with you. And what was so great about my story is this could be a plug and play. Any one of you could be my story. To dream big doesn't require any special skills. To dream big is easy. All you need to do is take a deep breath, close your eyes, and imagine what you want. How to dream big is a gift given to all of us. So let me spend some time sharing with you steps on how you can dream big. Step 1. Having a vision. The Bible says in Proverbs 29 verse 18 that where there is no vision, the people perish. To perish means to die, but death comes in many forms. We're in a three-dimensional part of the universe, and someday every one of us will leave this dimension. To die or perish means to stop living, and the word is so powerful to me. The reason is most of us have stopped living once we stop believing in our dream. A person who wakes up every day, hates what they do for a living, has already stopped living. The sad irony of this remains that so many of us stopped living at the age of 25 and were just waiting to be buried by age 65. To stop living starts with not having a vision for your life, or better yet, to have a vision for your life and somehow push that vision to the side as not important, or worse off, not worth the effort. Imagine a person with the voice of an angel. When they sing, they bring tears to the eyes of so many. I've been in churches where the person who was leading the worship sermon had me feeling goosebumps, and made tears come down my eyes. And in that same congregation, I know there exist at least 3 or 4 of such people, yet only one of them is on stage doing what they were put on earth to do. My question is, what will you put on earth to do? What is that vision that you have every time you close your eyes? I know many of us go through the motions, sleep, wake up, and do what we've been doing all over again. Not a second thought given to what we're experiencing. But let me expose something to you. Did you know that every time you sleep, you leave this dimension? Yet somehow you always come back. Someday, you're going to sleep and you're never going to come back. People will cry, people will mourn your passing, as we fondly call it. But yet, did you know that when you close your eyes and you go into a deep sleep, no one but you experiences or sees your vision? How many of us has a dream, yet we wake up and we feel like the dream was so real? We share that dream with our loved ones and with our friends. That's the power of vision, folks. Vision is reserved for your eyes, your ears, and your soul only. Yet when you get a chance to come back to this dimension, you knowingly make the decision to kill your vision and walk in someone else's vision. How painful is it that we willingly commit suicide every day? Just waiting for the day when they will take us away in a body bag and throw us in a box and let someone read our last rites. Here lies you, a person with so much promise, but yet will be forgotten a week after you're gone. Step 2. Facing adversity. I understand that having a vision and following the vision is not as simple as ABC. Yes, once you start to plant your seeds in the ground, alongside your wonderful tree will grow weeds and all kinds of insects that their sole purpose is to kill your vision tree. That's life, folks. Facing adversity is extremely crucial to keeping your vision alive. Imagine a farmer saying to himself, "The weeds always grow around my plant. So because of that, this year and for the rest of my life, I will never plant another seed again." How many of us are like that farmer? That the first sign of adversity or not getting what we want, we accept this as fate and say it's time to go back to the warm comfort of someone else's vision. Go into any farm. See how they treat the cows ready for slaughter. They don't put them in a tight cage or a small cubicle. They don't give them a hard time and create so many problems for them and say you have to kiss the boss's rear end in order for you to get promoted. No. A cow prior to slaughter is fattened up and is given all the grass the cow can eat, because one day that cow will be food for his master. That's what so many of us have become. A fat cow ready for slaughter at any time. We've been given Netflix to keep us entertained, social media to keep us wanting and searching. We've been given stimulus checks to keep our wallets fat, all a bid to get us ready for the slaughter. What's the price of your vision, folks? What's the price of that dream that every night you leave this dimension you see yourself doing? Yet, whenever you come back to the rest of the world, you say that was a great experience. Now it's time to kill that vision, because Master will give you a bone at the end of 2 weeks. Job well done. I find that so appalling that we go through our lives without the desire to say that this is my time, that I will do whatever it takes to keep my self in my vision. How to Dream Big has this 2 steps, but it's still not complete without the final step. Step number 3, concentrated focus. Concentrated focus is a powerful word because that word concentrate means control of attention. The ability to control your attention on one subject or thought and exclude from the mind every other unrelated thought, idea, feeling, or sensation is the major factor and importance of how to dream big. Isn't it a wonder that a person who plans to be a doctor spends 8 years in medical school focused on learning medicine? They don't at the same time study law, journalism, and business administration. The 8 years of their life they spend it focused solely on medicine. And then 8 years later, we call them doctors and we put our lives in their hands. Heal me, please. Make me well again, you say. We're so comfortable to trust that this person has the ability to give us the magic pill that will cause all our pain and suffering to go away. All because that person was willing to spend concentrated focus so one day they can eventually be able to live in their vision and that big dream they always had to be a doctor. What is your vision, folks? How can you achieve that vision if your focus is distracted? When you're worried about the job you hate, the bills you must pay, and the money you think you need, in what order is your vision or your dream on your list of priorities? I have a challenge for you. As we near the end of this video, I want you to write down what the worst thing that would happen if you stopped working for that boss you hate. I want you to write down and imagine everything that could possibly go wrong if you didn't pay your bills this month or you didn't have the money you always thought you needed. And then after you spend around 5 minutes thinking about this and feeling that horrible experience, I want you to tear that piece of paper up, and then I want us to switch gears. I want you to write down your vision. Include in your written down vision the dream and the life that you feel you will have once you accomplish that vision. Close your eyes and really feel that experience. Make the feeling of living your dream so real that if somebody came into your room, it should make you startled. And as you feel that vision come to life, and you find yourself in a place where you see that your written vision is actually happening to you, I want you to paste that vision that you wrote down in a location that you can always see it. So every time you see it, you get reminded of the experience. Now I'm going to make a guarantee to you. Your life will never be the same. If you have the concentrated focus to be able to stay on this goal that you have for yourself for the next 30 days. All I ask is that you leave your experience in the comment below so somebody else can be inspired to take the same action that you did. Again, I'm truly grateful to be a part of you today. I ask that you please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and I'm blessed to be able to serve your mind today. Peace.